Tay.
Shoot.
No, you know what I was surprised about?
What's that?
So Brian hit me up. He's like, this was with Lil Baby. Lil Baby came. He's like, our boy Chris works for a company. They give sweets. So we was up in the suite. Brian hit me up. He's like, hey, let's go to the Lil Baby concert. I'm like, okay, all right, I know a few songs, all right. So got there, bruh. Let me tell you.
You talking about Brian, your boy?
Yeah.
Oh, black ass Brian.
Black ass Brian, yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah. So, dog, I kid you, you went.
Yeah, I was there.
You didn't go. I think there were more white people at this show than there were black people.
Oh,
real?
bro.
Paco, if they said Gordie will give you $1 million, you recite one verse.
Yeah, I don't.
I'd have been shit out of luck.
Yeah.
But those white girls, oh man,
They had it?
them what man,
Hey, bro, he ain't lying.
man.
Let me tell you, man. The last concert I went to, and don't laugh, it was a Kane Brown concert last year.
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Hey, that's the last
Kane
concert I
Brown's
went to, bro. Man, I haven't gone. I don't nothing, man. I like. It's been like at least 8-9 years since I've been to a hip hop concert. I think. No, I'm lying. I went to the Nas and Wu-Tang concert.
Oh, that was at,
that was like 2 years ago when they came to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, that was that was last year.
Was it last year?
That was last year.
Yeah,
'cause I
that's
was
the
there
one.
too. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
up there.
yeah, okay. That's the last one. But that wasn't even really like a hip hop concert. It was just like an old school.
It was a throwback, but that's what's popular now. But if you think about what you just said, though, bro. So you went to a country concert, Kane Brown.
Yeah.
It was predominantly white.
Oh yeah, it was white folks.
So we know this already. It's country music.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Little Baby, hip hop.
Yeah.
It's predominantly white.
Shit.
And you got to think, when he said the N-word, they right there saying
Right
the
there.
N-word too.
Bro, we were in the suite. It was a group of white girls in front of us, some white college dudes to the left, some white college dudes to the right, and them motherfuckers was riding out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But see, what it does is this puts it in perspective of where the country is, though. You know what I mean? You got our country, for some odd reason, we have this, white versus a minority.
Right,
and it's
right.
you go to a concert like that, and that's not how it's viewed by people.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have this small sect of people that are trying to segregate the country as opposed to just letting people be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, just,
Yeah.
I don't mess with you, you don't mess with me. So you go to these concerts and you see this, and it's like, it's eye-opening because I would have thought that the concert would have been, I never would have thought there would have been that many white people at the Lil Baby show.
Shit.
And when Glorilla was out there,
Bruh.
oh man,
Who?
girl, Glorilla.
Glorilla. What?
She
Man,
claimed,
yeah, man,
she claimed,
it's a female?
she claims she thick, but
And she ain't nowhere close to
I
thick.
mean, this mic stand right here is fatter
outta here,
than,
for real?
bruh.
Listen, I'm gonna jokingly say this. Taylor Swift got more booty than she
Yes.
does.
Yes, I will co-sign that. I co-sign that. Yes, I co-sign that.
But she
Yeah.
ain't shaking up but her tailbone, bro.
Nothing.
It's
Nothing.
Crazy. It's crazy how much you're out the Ludo, bro. I mean, I know.
man. Honestly, I am, because once I checked out, bro, I checked out and I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what changed in me that I just checked out of it, and I didn't know who was coming in, who was coming out. Like, to me, shit, Jay-Z was still hot, and I know Jay-Z. I was like, shit, what? He's not hot anymore? That's my dude. That's always been my dude, but I don't know any of the new people. The last guy that I knew that was like halfway, like blown up was Florida. And that was
That was
shit, how
years
many
ago.
freaking years ago?
He's still relevant now. He'll be back
You know
in
what I
town
mean? I
pretty
think-
soon.
but all these other little ones and baby ones and all those other ones,
Wasn't baby
I
ones.
don't know any of those people. I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them. I seen one dude they had he put like a diamond or some kind of thing in his forehead.
Oh yeah, that's what's
and
that
that
cat
dude
name?
looked like goddamn. He
Little
looked like
Uzi
goddamn-
Vert.
Yeah.
Who?
Little
Uzi
Uzi
Vert.
Vert.
Yeah, that dude looked like a little freak. I was like, who the hell is listening to this guy? And then I had to go ask my son, of course. I'm like, hey, what the? He's like, I really don't listen to him. He's kind of out there a little bit. You kind of have to like his music and his flow, but I guess my son wasn't into it either, so he
Right.
really didn't know who he was. But, I was watching all this, news and stuff about him, so I was like, I guess he's famous.
So wait a minute, what artists do you listen to now?
I don't, bro.
outside of country? It seems like you're into more country
Mexican music, honestly.
So you know,
I'm all Mexican music right now. I know all Peso Pluma, you know, all that new stuff that's coming out. I've been in that for like 5 years. You know, I know it's just coming around now here, you know, to like, I want to say like, you know, America mainstream, all that's coming in, but that stuff's been hot for like 5 years with the Mexican regional people, you know, the Mexican kids and all that stuff. But that's what I've been listening to for like ever.
I was talking to somebody about Kid Frost. They was like, "Who is that?" I'm like,
yeah.
Listen, Kid Frost is probably the first Mexican rapper I was put on. Actually, nobody put me on. I just happened to just be listening to music. I came across. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
And that was back then. And I bet you right now, a lot of people don't know who Kid Frost is. But there's a new rap artist from Texas. His name is Mexican OT.
I'm on that dude. Yeah, okay.
Mexican OT.
Mexican OT.
Dog, bruh.
Yeah, that dude.
You serious?
Oh, that dude. He's gonna be
Yes,
I
co-signing.
think he's gonna be the next big thing coming out. You know, like hip hop crossover with Spanish, Mexican, especially now that like this whole, I don't know, something's happening right now where like a lot of mainstream American media is leaning towards the regional. I don't want to say hip hop, but like regional Mexican music / hip hop. You know, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna get even bigger. It's gonna get even big, and that dude is gonna be the one who's gonna connect both of them together.
You talking about the Mexican music?
Yeah. The corrido stuff, you know, like the tumbado music, is what they call it, tumbado. So I think Mexican OT is gonna marry both of them together. He's gonna be one of the biggest dudes out there in a couple of years. I'm telling you.
So where does Bad Bunny fit in this?
His reggaeton, bro.
I mean, yeah.
He's reggaeton. He's not Mexican.
So all right. So help me and Gordie out. So Bad Bunny is more reggaeton.
Yeah.
So it's not
Spanish?
Spanish. Exactly. See, there we go.
But it's different though. It's different. Reggaeton in Spanish. Spanish would be like salsa, merengue, you know, stuff like that. That's reggaeton. You know, reggaeton is Daddy Yankee,
Sean Paul.
Yankee. Yeah. No,
Sean Paul's more reggae.
Yeah,
but even with that being said, like think about it. When we was playing Daddy Yankee when the station was 98.7, that to me was Spanish music.
Yeah.
Right? Or was it? Is it reggaeton?
It's reggaeton. It was always reggaeton. I mean, it's Spanish music because it's in Spanish. You know,
right.
I guess we can say that, but the category will fall under reggaeton music. Yeah. Like Becky G.
Yep.
See, Becky G, I would in Karol G, like those girls, I don't know if I'll put them in reggaeton, I'll put them more in like top 40 Spanish music.
So that's crazy how music has changed back how it was when we was on the radio compared to it now, because everything had its spot. Now it's all jambalaya all up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. So Karol G to me is like top 40 Spanish. But
So would y'all classify them top 40 Spanish because of their mass appeal?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened to the girl you were talking about, Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift started as in country music.
She did.
But then her fan base grew up so much bigger than anybody else expected. She slowly but surely turned into top 40 artists. You know what I mean? She left country behind.
But she still gets respect in the country music lane.
Because she brings out her little guitar and she does her little thing, and of course she's gonna get respect, but that's where she came from.
Yeah.
But she changed to a superstar. You know, like a top 40 superstar.
But see, I think that's where country is right now. Or if they're not there, they're headed that way to top 40 because. What do you call country now? Like Kane Brown's country, but he's not country.
But it's not country. Top 40.
He's
right.
top 40, but he's a country artist.
Yes,
but he's top 40. Taylor Swift is a country artist. Zach Brown, country artist. Little Big Town, they're country artists, but they have that broad appeal to where now. Are they really country? Like, what is really country anymore?
But rap ain't even rap no more.
Yeah,
it's not.
Everything is mixed together. Like you're talking about country. What's the new big dude? What's his name? Big Juicy or whatever.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, that dude. That dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is, but that dude. I guess he's kind of country, but he's more like rock and roll, hip hop, country.
But he started like a Kid Rock type of artist.
Yeah.
And
But
then
he quickly
yeah.
changed into like
and killed the CMAs.
And killed it. And
sell out shows and all that.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know, man. I think music is just changing so much nowadays that, you know, you can start out with something and the next month you'll be something different. And especially now because most of your money you're gonna make, it comes from mainstream. And then if you don't have a new song like every 2 weeks, you get left behind.
Right.
That's where we at now. Like every artist has to have a new song. Well, every new artist is starting up. If you're already established and you're a solid artist, you don't need to make a new song every 2 weeks. But it's people that are coming up. You need to have at least one song coming up every 2 to 3 weeks so you can be relevant and make money.
But here's the downfall of that, though. Here's the downfall. Think back when we was Wild 98.7, when we converted Wild 94.1. You think about the music back then versus the music now, and how social media has really infiltrated music to where, you got now social media stars who's putting out stuff. So is it we're getting older, or is the music going to shit? Because to me, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of quality in today's music versus music 10, 15 years ago.
Shit. Music back 10 years, 15 years was shit. Fucking Soulja Boy made a goddamn beat in 2 seconds with Soulja Boy, whatever. That's all.
Okay, we had some one-offs.
Well, he started that, he started that whole he started that whole movement of the mainstream and all that stuff. So, I think music is just changing in a different direction. It's going in a different direction. It's like you got to keep up with it, or you're gonna get behind. Like I did. Hell, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm left behind. I don't know what's new.
But you don't care though. You're not the mass appeal that they're looking at.
Right. You're not bumping Glorilla.
Of Sexy Red. He ain't doing it. But it's crazy. I was on this Zoom earlier, and we was playing music, and every song that they played was a sample from an artist from the 90s. Every artist. So when you say Soulja Boy, I automatically think like at least he made up his own beats, or whoever produced the beats.
Yeah.
Though I'm gonna say they was original for us. It wasn't a sample. Every artist that's in the game now is sampling somebody from the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. There's no original music anymore.
Which I think social media has a big part in that, because people want stuff now. You know what I mean? Back in the day, when you had, CDs and downloads, it's like, somebody lets you know they're dropping an album at the end of the year. It's like, oh my God, I'm anticipating that album. Now you get everybody leaking music online, and there's no pushback. Think about it. We don't even see commercials or billboards or anything for any artist dropping albums anymore.
Nope.
Name the last time you saw any type of advertisement for an artist dropping. I couldn't even tell you who's out right now, because don't nobody advertise it.
Yeah, nobody does. Because
nobody advertises it.
Now, if you leak somebody's music, you're doing them a favor.
But when you have artists that are in demand, like prime example, to flex what you're saying right now, Bad Bunny is dropping an album with no advertising. All it's saying is just on Instagram, on Twitter, Bad Bunny's dropping an album this Friday. That was told maybe 4 days ago. There's no build up anymore. Like, go back to what you said. Yeah. So now it's just like Bad Bunny is such in a demand. Drake is such in a demand. Beyonce, Taylor Swift. All they got to do is 2 days before. Yeah. Everybody's downloading that bad boy that Friday.
But several years ago, it was all new music dropped on Tuesday.
Yep.
You knew somebody was dropping an album on a Tuesday.
Yep. And then they push back the dates. The game is totally different now compared maybe 7-10 years ago. Which is crazy because it's like, and like I said, like Paco was saying, like everybody's dropping a single every other week, if not once a month. And then it's like, oh, we drop an album.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Drake album should be number one when it comes out.
And how many singles does he drop from his?
None. I think he dropped one 2 days before. He dropped the album 2 days before, bro. That's how quick we are. Quick to accept a new song from an artist instead of waiting for the build up. There's no build up anymore. So does that go on the artist or does that go on the label?
I think it goes on. I think it goes on the label. I mean, because the label, they want to make their money. They want to recoup their money.
Right.
So they want to create that buzz. So they're going to start putting stuff out. And, if you're an artist signed to the label, I mean, if you're a big artist like a Drake, yeah, you got some say on when your album's going to drop.
Of course.
But if you're a new artist, I mean, you don't really have no say in anything. So the label isn't really focused on you and what you want to do. They're focused on what you can give them right now that's going to generate some money. So it's a good thing and a bad thing, with social and all of this going on, because, you get to reach the masses, but it's not the same as it was. Like, there's no hype behind it.
Remember the album release parties?
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to have that. We used to have that at the clubs.
Yep.
And we used to have an album release party for so and so. We invite people. How crazy it used to get. We don't have none of that anymore. I mean, I haven't seen.
I couldn't even tell you that I haven't heard anything about nobody doing anything.
Let me tell you how much I enjoyed those parties.
Thinking about that. So when we was all working at the radio station doing our thing, I mean, Gordie, you put me on hosting. Chad gave me the opportunity to host, and I've learned a lot from you, so I appreciate that.
It, man.
So it's so funny. Greg tried to take credit. I'm like, bro, nah, bro, you don't get no Greg. Greg Wolf, you get no credit.
Third.
Come on, bro. This is all Gordie.
Hey. Greg is a king right now, bro.
Greg ain't no king.
Hey, Greg is
don't get it.
everything.
Greg is a clown. That's what Greg is. He's a court jester clown. He's a host at the
Greg,
arena.
That ain't me, buddy.
It's Buckwheat. Okay. This is me.
We're saying he's a local Seacrest.
That's exactly what he is. He's a local.
He's a local Nick Cannon.
He's an 813. It don't go no farther than that. 727. Nah, that's what boy. Dog. I mean, we be talking shit on the Facebook against our football teams, but it's crazy because when we was in the game, like you just said, at the radio station, we did the album release parties. The artists came through and they partied with us in the club. Now it's just like Instagram, and that's it. And you lucky to get a party. If you don't get a party, you don't get a party with them until there's a tour coming to your city.
True.
And that's it.
True. And and again, who does that fall on? You know what I mean? Like, you would think the artist would want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you would think so, but I also remember all those parties come out. That money comes out of their
budget.
Their budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, if they get almost the same results without doing all that, I mean, you know, they're gonna go the cheapest, easiest way for them to make the most money. But those parties that they had back in the day, back in the 2000s and 90s, those parties were off the chain. I mean, they were all-nighters, bro. All-nighters.
Gordie, what was your favorite party working at the radio station, artist-wise?
I would say...
And I know you got a few. I know all of us got a few.
I'm thinking right now. I'm like, woo! I got a couple.
I would say, was it the last damn show we had where we got to party with Eminem and Dre?
Oh yeah, that was mine. Downtown.
Yeah, downtown St. Pete. Yep, we had that one, and then there was the one I don't think you ever knew about this one, Buckwheat. There was the time when Paco almost got his ass beat by Paco. So we were at Club Excess, and what was Lil Wayne in town for?
They were doing their press release. They were doing the album release party for the Hot Boys.
Okay.
That's what they were. Yeah.
Paco and we went on the bus to interview Lil Wayne and Baby, and Paco made the Cardinal Center stepping on the logo.
Bro, I didn't know that. I didn't know. The hell, shit.
Paco's about to get his ass.
Bro, I'm in the bus, bro, and I just. Hey. Well,
and there wasn't nothing I could do about that because it was swollen in there. I was like, Paco, you on your own. Get off that man carpet.
Your ass hanging.
No, I know he did.
Yo.
Messed up. Bro, but listen, man, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know you're not supposed to do that, bro. I mean, I didn't know. What the hell are you supposed to do? Walk around the bitch? That was big dudes on each side of the logo thing. What am I gonna do?
It was like when was it T.O. stood on the Dallas Star?
Yes.
It was like that.
Yeah.
It was like that. Paco stood on the Cash Money logo. I was like, oh man,
that dude almost handed me up, bro. Oh my.
I'm
Security?
like,
that big.
I'm like, I ain't with him. I don't even know him like that. He just snuck on here.
Oh no, yeah. You know where it was? They were parked Jackson's. Remember? It was in Jackson. That's where they were.
I vaguely remember you telling me about
Jackson, bro. That dude had me up.
I never seen nothing like that in my life. I was like, you on your own, bro.
Damn, dog. Yeah. What about you, Paco?
So that one, the Eminem one was. I think it was because it's when I was also starting in radio, and I'd never experienced anything like that. So the whole Eminem, police, and everybody just partying up in the top floor. I don't know what it was, that hotel up there in downtown, and to me it was amazing. You know, I was just in awe of everything that was happening, and that I was part of it. You know, it was like, I never experienced anything like that. So that was a like eye-opening experience for me. And from then on, like, I just took it to the next level every time I had a party like that. You know what I mean? The other one was, for me, the second best one was when Wyclef.
Wyclef?
Yeah, Wyclef. Wyclef, when he came and he brought down his like chopper.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yes, I remember that.
So listen to this, man. I know I got so messed up at the concert, right? That I think I passed out somewhere in the Tropicana field. I woke up and everybody was almost leaving. So I'm like, oh shit, we gotta go. And he just busts out this chopper. And we take off and we go to Full Moon Saloon, bro. We caravan that whole thing from Tropicana Field to Full Moon Saloon, and we took over some parking lot. And I remember taking some shrooms, and then that's the last thing I remember. But I know a party like a bear. Hey, but listen, I have my dude Eddie. You guys remember Eddie?
Yes, Eddie
was with me the whole time. That dude never left me alone. He drove. He put up with me. He drove. He drove everywhere with me. I know that night. I know he had fun too, but he never got too drunk.
Yeah,
drunk enough.
That's why his ass was with your ass.
Yeah.
Your ass was always getting lit.
Because, let me tell you, man, that was the first and last time I did shrooms on the Full Moon Saloon. And let me tell you, those things are crazy. And I'm not gonna tell you who other people did it, but it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me up in the that special VIP room we had up there above the bathroom.
Can we just say it was other radio people?
Oh man, it was. And more.
Of course. You know, entourage.
Yeah.
Radio/entourage.
Yeah.
Dang, what year was that? That had to be what, if not 2000?
2000. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
I would say 2002. Maybe off a year.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. Those were my crazy years. I remember that. I know that much. Those were my crazy
Dang,
years.
what was that?
What was yours?
Oh man, I'm gonna say Tyrese when he came to across the bridge in Clearwater.
Janice Landing?
No. Tyrese did a thing. Remember when we did the owner of Liquid Blue back in the day?
Yeah.
He had that one club in Clearwater. I think, why did this went blank?
Coliseum?
Yes, that's it.
Yep.
Tyrese shut that motherfucker down.
Right after Alberton?
Yes.
Okay.
That was one of our. That's when we started doing all the artist stuff, coming through the city, having parties. Shut Coliseum down, like traffic wise, shut it down, bruh. And it was just like that was when Tyrese first came out.
Yeah. Because remember we did Craig David there too.
Oh damn! I forgot about Craig David.
We did Craig David there when he first came out. Yep.
Nah, we was in a loop back then, dog.
Yeah, man.
That's barely. I mean, there's some stuff that I remember. That sometimes, like, I'll be driving by places. I'm like, oh damn, we were there. Like, I know I was driving down Hillsboro, like in South Hillsboro over there, and I'm like, isn't that like Level 2 or whatever? Remember we used to do
Chucky Sundays? Jay's Club?
Chucky Sundays?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, those parties were epic.
His block parties.
Those block
Goddamn
parties
Jay.
were epic.
Shout out to Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Bro.
You wouldn't get paid till 5 o'clock in the morning.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Jay, come on, man.
Hey,
I gotta get up.
I got arrested passing out flyers in New York City when they put that new rule or law, whatever. I said, nope. That motherfucker told me to go do it. You better go grab it because I'm not the only one going to jail. And they went and grabbed Jay, and me and Jay hemmed up in the back like this with handcuffs and that. I mean, they didn't take us to jail.
Of course, they gave y'all that warning.
They gave us that warning, but they put us in handcuffs, and I wasn't going to make sure that I was not going to be by myself in jail. Like, that motherfucker there told me to go do it. Go grab him. And sure enough, they went and grabbed him. They gave us a talk. And they let us go till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I think all of us have some radio wars with other radio stations.
Oh, yeah.
Gordie got a couple, so I would say this one real quick, dude. I'm going to give it to y'all. I remember when we was on the street team.
Street teams, bro.
So we got to go back. We got to talk about how we got into the game, the radio in a little bit. But I'm going to get this out the way real quick. So I remember that we was on the street team, and it might have been Gasparilla or one of them events in Ybor City. And that's when we was with Big Mama and the Wild Bunch. And that's when he had the limos all the time.
Yeah.
So we saw one of the FLZ vehicles, and I'm glad I can say this now. Back then, we got in trouble. So this is when like me and Paco had got onto the street team, and we just didn't give a fuck. We didn't give a fuck about FLZ.
We just wanted
we wanted it.
Yeah, exactly. We wanted it. I think, you know what? It was all because the Big Mama hyped us up so much to hate those people.
Yes.
I honestly, I can tell you honestly that I hated I'm not gonna say names, but I actually hated a couple of those people that like when I seen them, it was almost like
on site
fighting time. Yeah.
Like I hated them so much, and I don't even know them. That's the stuff that Big Mama put in my goddamn head. That once you see them as like we're at war. Like, we're gonna kill them. We gonna, and that's. I mean, now I'm like,
of course.
What was I thinking, bro? But back in the day, that was my thing with me. Like I was so into it. I was so into the Wild Bunch. I was so into being wild. I was so into like one of the street teamers. I didn't care. I did not care.
We was a frat.
Yeah.
True frat.
Yep.
No, but I remember it was in Limbo. It was in Ybor City. I forgot what event it was going on. So we saw FLZ. And we was already like, just fucking like, we ready. Hey, we ready. So I said, stop the limo. Fuck this shit. And I remember jumping out and I fucking just put my foot up and put off. Just hit the door, dog. Left a dent in that bad boy. And I remember like a couple days later, we was all talking about it. Like, yeah, somebody put a dent in our vehicle, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, crickets.
Wasn't me.
Crickets. I mean, the clique knew what it was. But other than that, we was like, that's how rowdy we were back then.
Mm-hmm.
Good, I know you got
I would say that really contributed to the success of the overall station too.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, because not one person made that station. It was a collective of everybody that was a part of the station, that believed in the station, that wanted to do great things in the city. And the good thing about what we had back in the day, we had a family that, when one was out, damn near everybody was out. You know what I mean? Like we stuck together and we hit the city. We made those connections, which I think helped catapult Wild to have the success that it had.
Yeah, I think everybody, everybody who was there, and when we started, like when me and Buck we started, I think all of us were there. If anything, it was just because of love, because it wasn't for money.
Yeah,
we were making shit money. We were just there because we loved it. I know I was there because I loved it. Shoot, I used to sleep there.
We all did.
Yeah, we damn sure did.
I used to sleep there. I mean, I used to get paid for like 4 hours and work like 20. Like no joke. And you know what I mean? And I did that. I was there from morning to nighttime. And I would only get paid for like 4 hours. But I was there the whole time working. Mm-hmm. Just street team, either morning show, night show, in between, remotes, all of that. And I think that's what made the station so successful, because all the love that we gave. We gave it.
Yeah. And I still get people to talk about it today. Like I run into people now. I've been off the air for 10 years, 11 years. I still get people to come up to me and say, "Hey, remember when y'all talked about X, Y, and Z?" And I'm like, and I gotta sit there, I gotta stop and think, like, did we talk about that? I'm like, okay, nuts. Yeah. I mean, you get people talk about y'all. Like, hey man, what's Paco doing? What's Buckwheat doing? Like, I've been removed for 11. Dog, I kid you not. So I got my morning show in Montgomery, right?
Right.
So I'm up there. I was up there probably the first 2 months. New morning show. So I get a call from this girl, and she's like, "Hey, so are you Gordie from Tampa?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "From Wild?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, I used to listen to y'all in the mornings." And she's like, "I moved here to Montgomery," and she opened up her own pastry shop in Montgomery, right? So she's like, "Hey, so what I'm gonna do is sometime this week, I'm gonna bring you a Snickers cheesecake." And I'm like, she's like, "You used to talk about how much you love Snickers cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory."
Wow.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
Dog, this is 10 years removed and you remember that? And you walked away with that, and sure as shit stinks, she brought me a Snickers cheesecake.
But that's just the impression that we left on those people. And again, it's because we loved what we did. Because when we talked about it, we meant it.
Yeah.
We lived it. You know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah.
We weren't just talking shit or just to talk because to talk. It's because we lived it and we loved it, and it's what we did. And I think that's what left all the impression on those people. Because I mean, just like you said, that lady with the cheesecake. I get all the time, like, remember when you did this and this? Oh my God, you were so crazy. Why would you do it? Sometimes I don't even remember some of the stuff. And I go, oh yeah. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. Like, people come up to me and said, "I can't believe you did this." why would you do that? You know, why would you put firecrackers all over your body? That I do remember.
Somebody, you know what? Several years ago, somebody came up to me. I was at Riverfront Park walking the dogs, and this dude stopped me. He's like, "Hey, are you Gordie from the radio?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, I used to listen to y'all back in the day." Blah blah. He's like, "Hey man, did Paco really put those firecrackers on?" I'm like, "Yep." Like, yeah, that was when Mike Epps. I remember Mike Epps came to the studio after Paco had did that, like a couple years later, and he was still talking about the fact that Paco put firecrackers on it.
Yeah, I get that all the time. You know, I have forgotten about it, but I get that all the time. The paintball, like when we did that.
So y'all did a lot of dumb shit on the Freak Show.
Yeah, we did. And
the crazy
I did.
No, yeah, you're right.
I did.
Hold on. We say you. No. Can we put Ed up in there too?
No, it was more him and Beeve.
Yeah, I forgot about B.
Me and Beeve.
But you did a lot of dumb shit, bro.
Yeah.
I know we did a lot of dumb shit at nighttime with the Wild Bunch, but like when it comes to Freak Show stuff, I just remember like, I remember in the streets at nighttime, like, so did they really do that to Paco this morning? I'm like, bitch, I don't know. I was asleep. I don't wake up till like 12 o'clock. I remember the fireworks. That's funny. There's some other stuff that you did.
Paco did Passion of the Bunny.
What was that?
What was that? I don't remember that.
Passion of the Bunny.
We dressed up in the bunny, so wasn't it just that? Okay.
And was walking down Dale Mabry with a cross.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? I remember that.
Really?
Bruh. Because it was like Easter weekend or something like that.
We got in so much trouble because of that. Charlie was not Charlie was hot.
That was funny. That's
oh
funny.
my God, Charlie was so pissed. Oh man, our GM was pissed. He was pissed.
Yo, shout out to Charlie Oaks.
Yo, I mean, bruh. Wow. Remember that time we did the remember April Fools? We did the underground mall in Lakeland. There was a field off of I-4, and we put everything together as an underground mall, and people showed up.
Are you serious?
Yep, we had the sound effects. We had recorded people like the week before shopping. It's an underground mall, and people showed up to this empty field.
See, I don't remember because I was on the show.
Yeah,
and Paco, I know you don't remember because you were probably drunk half the damn time. And after the clubs, I'm like, Paco, why are you even out, bro? You know you got to be on the show at 5 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I'm gonna go to sleep for 1 hour and I'm ready to go. That's what I used to do. And again,
that was our life.
That's what I remember.
That was our life, man.
Bro. That's what I remember most of that stuff. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's why I can't sleep now.
Gordie talking about I got insomnia.
Dog, I'm telling you, I go to sleep probably 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I got you. I don't go to sleep now until like 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm still hosting gigs.
Yeah,
still out and about. So like now, like my body don't work. Like I could be at home all day, and I'm like, I'm getting to bed. I don't get into bed until about 1 o'clock, but I don't fall asleep until almost 4 o'clock.
Damn. See, that was me maybe up to like 5 years ago when I can't, all that's already out of my system already.
Right.
Because when I left the station, I went to Colombia and I was working at a nightclub, and then I lasted there a couple of years. But also I didn't sleep at nighttime. The only thing that I would sleep was during the day.
Yeah.
So my body got used to just not sleeping at nighttime, and it took me like 6-7 years, bro. Like now, like I come home, I'm a little tired, and I get dinner, take a shower. I can go to bed like at 8, and I'm asleep by like 9, 10 o'clock.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Damn, you know what I'm saying?
But listen, but then I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. You know what I mean? I got responsibilities, like real responsibilities. Like I gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, I got people, you know, that they depend on me. It's not just my wife, it's my workers, you know, so I gotta be there. And sometimes, like I just did a project that was, again, it was an overnight project, and it took me 2 months. You know how hard that was for me to do? And right now I'm still trying to get back into my body to go to sleep early. I can't. Now I'm going to sleep like at 1 or 2 o'clock for the moment till I get my body back into my routine.
Right.
But before that, I was going to sleep. I was going to bed like at 8, 9 o'clock, and I was out within that half an hour or 40 minutes. I was out, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it takes a while, bro, for you getting back into a routine, because I know for me it was so hard to get into a routine, man. After all the parties and, you know, the clubs and all that, it was hard. It was hard for me to do that.
So when you left the radio station, what did you end up doing?
So a month.
Give us a rundown on that real quick.
So a month, like literally, what happened was at Club Sky, right, you know, through the whole parties, I had met this general, this general from the army who was kind of retired, who was doing he had his own private security service, right? So he hooked up with some people. He was running security for these guys in Colombia, in Medellin, Colombia.
At Club Sky. He was at Club Sky.
He was at Club Sky. He's hanging out.
Okay.
He was hanging out, and I'm sure if I tell you his name, you'd know him. You probably know him because he was there all the time.
Okay.
So everybody knows him. So he's like, and then we were talking. So what are you doing? Working. I'm like, well, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just kind of hanging out, whatever. He's like, hey, listen, I got this gig. He said all he said was Colombia, and I thought he meant South Carolina, Colombia. That's all he said. That bitch never said Medellin, Colombia, nothing. Right? He just said, I got this club going on, and they hired me to do the security, whatever. They're looking for a general manager, and to help them out with the promotions or whatever. Like, I think you'd be perfect. I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, you want to go there next week? I'm like, yeah. Again, thinking it was South Carolina. I'm like, yeah, sure. Send me out there. Next thing I know, I get my ticket, and it says Medellin, Colombia. I was like, what? I told him, I'm like, bro, I can't go. I'm like, I can't go over there. I'm like, he's like, bro, I already told him you were going to be there this day, blah, blah, so go out there. I was only supposed to go for like a week just to check it out. I ended up staying 3 months over there.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even have enough clothes, nothing. I just went there for 1 week. I ended up staying for 3 weeks the first time because it was the first, I mean, you can look it up. It was the first high-end, top of the, high-end nightclub in Medellin, Colombia. It was a $3 million nightclub. The first time. I mean, you would think that all those drug dealers over there, they will have nice stuff, right?
Right.
No. This was the first one, 3-story restaurant, nightclub, hotel, everything in there, and it was in the center of Medellin, Colombia. So they needed somebody, speak English and Spanish, whatever, help them with the promotion. So that was my role. So those 3 weeks, I went there and I finished opening up the club, and then I came back for like 2 more weeks. I got my passport and my visa together so I could go to work legally. So I was there 6 months the first time when I got my visa. We got the club. We got Don Omar to go over there to do the opening of the nightclub. Then we got Tego Calderon, which at that time in 2010, 11, there were some of the big artists over there.
Yeah. Solid. Hell yeah. Still solid.
It was super big over there, so we got all that into the nightclub. So I ended up being there for like 2 years, just running a nightclub in Colombia.
Damn.
Having my own personal security. I have my own personal suite on the top floor because they were trying to kidnap me over at that time.
Oh, damn.
I was just about to say, bro, listen, them Colombian motherfuckers don't give no fucks.
No,
especially if they from the street.
Oh yeah, I know my security team, and it sounds bougie to say, but
no, they don't.
They damn sure don't.
I had my security team. It was 4 guys, and they all had like AKs, and R15s, and it was 2 in the car, a car in front of me, and then 2 motorcycles in the back and 2 motorcycles in the front. That was just for me, because they knew that I run the club, and they apparently thought that I had money, which I didn't. I was just working, but that was my security detail. And every day, bro, we would have to take different routes to get to my house, come back to the club.
Man.
I lived that for 2 years. When I tell you that I couldn't even go to the grocery store, like to buy groceries, I couldn't do that. They would they would bring it. And I had a cooking lady. Like when I wanted to go out, I had to go out of the city where people didn't know who I was or what we did. Yeah, we had to go like out to like a mountain somewhere to party, or a different. I went to Bogota a couple times. I went to this island called some Padre Island or something like that. So that was my partying. Right. I couldn't party there in Medellin, bro, because those people were like they don't care. They were just trying to get some kind of money. They will kill you for nothing. They would just pull up next to your car in a motorcycle and they just sprayed it up.
Did you ever have one of those situations happen?
Oh yeah, multiple times. Multiple times they were being followed. They were trying to get us. Multiple motorcycles, multiple cars, and my security team. Because they were ex-military. They were trained people, so they were trained to watch for stuff like that. So a couple times we had it. The one time when it got really serious is when I literally just left in the middle of the night, and I left all my stuff behind, everything in my house in Colombia. And I left like at 2:00 in the morning from the club. I told my driver, I said, just grab a taxi, just me and you. Don't make it a big deal, and let's just go. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, let's just go, because they were expecting for us, to leave in the big caravan like we always do. So I would just grab a taxi, just me and you, and just take me to the airport. And that's how it happened.
That's how you got out.
That's how I left Medellin, bro.
Wow.
That's how I left Medellin, bro. In the middle of the night.
I feel like this one we're talking about a movie right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
In the middle of the night.
Man.
Ain't no joke over there, man. I guess now it's a little, because I left France, from what they tell me, it's a little bit different now. It's a lot more Americans over there, a lot of more patriots that, they live.
It's not so gangster.
Yeah, it's not so gangster anymore now, because now it's a little bit more open. Like when I was there, like prostitution wasn't so open.
Right.
Because from what I hear now, it's more open now. It's like literally like.
Oh, it is.
It's called Parquilleras. It's like in the center of Medellin. It's a park, where you have like the restaurants and clubs a little bit around it. Before it was nice. It was, you can go there and hang out with your family and chill, whatever. I guess now it's just more open. Like prostitution is more open. The selling of drugs is more open. You do it right there.
Wow.
So it changed a lot from what they tell me. So it's not as dangerous now. Because back in the day it was bad. It was just starting to change. It was a different movement. You know what I mean? It was they were leaving those those killers with the motorcycles into what it is now. Now it's just trying to make money or whatever, but it changed a little bit. And it changed me, because when I got here, like I said, I was I couldn't sleep.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I couldn't sleep for a while. You know what I mean?
The crazy part is, like, we can get really in depth with your situation with just the 2 years, but it's crazy that you went to Colombia to run a club. Some dude that you met at Club Sky.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we saw a picture of me and go, we like,
yeah. It wasn't just some random dude.
Right.
Like I knew him for like at least over a year, 2 years maybe. You guys probably know him too about the same time, because he used to come and hang out. So it wasn't just, hey, you want to go work in Colombia? It wasn't just like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I knew he was a general, and I knew he had a legit company. So, we went over there. I went with this guy named Carlos. Carlos, shout out to him. That was my dude who was always with me. He's a big ass Dominican dude who never left my side. Never. That dude was always he's something, bro. He's straight up from like Marines, whatever the hell he graduated from. That dude was not scared of shit.
We might we might need to write a movie script for Paco.
You know what I'm saying?
Paco,
Damn.
2 years. Colombia.
Oh, it was.
Jesus.
We definitely got to cast Liam Neeson to come get his ass.
Gordie, what about you, bro?
Man, I started doing I started getting TV films, started doing some casting work, and then after that went back to radio, man. So mine ain't as adventurous as Paco's. I wasn't trying to get kidnapped.
But then they came back over here. And
True.
Simple life right here. And this is
married man over here and shit.
But
I like what I do now, man.
what's so funny though is when I went to Montgomery, right? I went in with this conception of what Montgomery was, just based on how people talk about Montgomery.
Racist.
Yeah, it totally opposite. Totally opposite.
Yeah?
It was.
That's what I would think. They were a little bit racist and
everybody was friendly. Hey, how you doing? They welcomed me with open arms. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
But you gotta also think though, it's Montgomery, so that's like your very well-known town.
Yeah.
If you go outside of Montgomery,
yeah.
and then it's totally different
Yeah.
than what you think. Which I do understand what you're saying, because being from Texas, like if you go to a town called Nacogdoches, where I'm from, Lufkin, that whole little area, everybody's cool, but you go into the little more country area where there's nothing but trees in a house down like another mile or 2 miles away, then you're gonna see that racism part. Think about, was that Montgomery, Alabama, where that dude was
Yes, with the chair. Yeah, with the whole chair. Your boy threw his hat up. As a matter of fact, it was right around the corner from the radio station.
Really?
Right around the corner. Like I could literally walk there in less than 2 minutes. Yep.
A lot of people will call that privileged white people the way they was acting.
Yeah, I agree.
And when I saw that, bro, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Because all you had to do was where that boat was.
Right.
Like,
and I know you know where it's at.
Yeah, it's the riverfront, and the boat sits right there. And the dude told you can't park there because that's where the riverboat parks. All you had to do was move, but out there acting crazy. Out there acting this plum ass fool. That just insane. Make no sense whatsoever.
Did you ever run into any situations when you was out there?
No.
Really?
I didn't run into anything. like I said, it surprised me because I went into it with the mindset of, man, I'm going to Alabama. Like, why am I going to Alabama?
Right.
Oh man, it's going to be bad in Alabama. And it wasn't. It was like I went up to Auburn a couple times to the colleges up there. I didn't get a chance to go to Birmingham, but Montgomery and Auburn. Montgomery is totally opposite from what I thought it was. Everybody was nice. I didn't get any type of looks. Nothing.
Nobody look at you sideways. Nothing.
Nothing. Nope.
I remember when Gordie told me he was getting into acting and whatnot, and I was like, yo, do you think? And then I'm sitting at home watching TV one time.
You seen him?
In a lottery commercial. A Florida lottery commercial. Bro, I had to rewind that motherfucker. Like, is that Gordie? Yes. Because I remember telling, yo, bro, listen, did you do a commercial? And Gordie started laughing like he was right now. Like, yeah, man, I couldn't tell nobody because contract, blah, 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 blah. But I had to rewind that bitch back 2 or 3 times. This is
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
This
is way back. Yeah.
Couple years ago.
Yeah.
I never seen it.
Oh, bro, I saw it. A couple people hit me up when I was out and about, told me about. I mean, that's a Gordie commercial. Yes, he's in a Florida lottery commercial.
Trying to make moves.
Ain't it crazy that the lottery's at 1.7?
I know, dude.
7 million billion.
Yeah, 1.7, 700, almost 2 billion.
Yeah.
Almost 2 billion. Yeah.
It's the second largest from what I heard.
Man,
And then the drawings today.
It's just all a scam, honestly, bro. I mean, because how can it just be breaking records all of the time? Like this past year,
Like that, yeah, this year.
This year, breaking record after record after record. You know what I mean? Who's getting all this money? Where all this money going?
Yeah.
I mean, if you win this, you're gonna get what, 700 million? What happened to the rest? Who's
Nah,
gonna get the rest?
if you win the 1.7, what you only take home, I mean, still take us to millions.
No, I know it's like 700 because I know last time it was 1.6 or 1.5.
Yeah, that dude in California.
You were only
Cali.
gonna take like 600 million. You know what
How
I
you
mean?
take more than that?
No, he was like
you
7.
don't.
I think it was 7.
No, it was only like you only taking home like 600 million.
Well, listen, bitch.
Well, even still, that's a lot of goddamn money.
I know. What I'm just saying is all this whole thing about nobody hit it. I think they just they're just making it go higher and higher so they can keep the money.
But think about
Which I don't care. I mean, shit, give me that money. I don't. You know what I mean?
But you got that many people buying lotto tickets,
Yeah.
one, and
Yeah.
it's going up because
And it's
people are buying.
multi-state, too.
Exactly.
It's not just Florida.
Exactly.
It's other states.
So when that is happening, it's almost crazy. It's like, is that many people really buying tickets? And the crazy part is, even now, nobody's not really talking about it.
True.
Like, it's feel like it's the norm now.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like, all right, well, it's
Yeah.
up to that higher. I went the
Ain't
other day to
nobody
go buy.
surprised anymore.
No.
No.
There's no line at the door at Publix
No.
or at the gas station trying to buy tickets. Just like, well, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't.
It's what it is. What it is. Yeah, exactly. It's that mentality. It is what it is, man.
Like, I wouldn't even know what to do.
Shit, me.
I would not. I mean, you after you get up from having a heart attack, and like, what do? You know what I mean? Like, you think about it. It's a lot to process because, you get, we get our check every 2 weeks. We get direct deposit. What the fuck you keep 600 million?
I don't know, bro, but
I can't walk down the Regions and say, hey, I'm opening up me a savings and checking account, put 300 in this one and 300 in that one. They'll look at me like I'm crazy. Sir, we can't take that much money.
I mean, what would you buy? I mean, I know for a fact a lot of us would probably buy a house. I mean, to me, that's common. Buy a car.
you buy island, bro. You buy island, you be there by your lonesome. Because if you buy a house, guess what? This is what you're gonna hear all day long, and your phone nonstop ringing. You get your ass into an island, you take care of your people you're gonna take care of, and then you vanish.
That's what you would do?
Hell yeah. I would leave a couple million here, and that's
Get your
it.
boy.
I'm telling you, bro. You go to an island, you be by yourself. I mean, you know what I mean? You're gonna go with people that don't know you. They're gonna think that you're just a rich guy. Yeah, you're a rich guy, but then nobody's gonna bother you.
Paco said, "Go buy an island. You can go buy a regular house." Hey, there's an island on sale over here. There's another island on sale over here. You go buy this for like $100 million. Come on, bro. Like,
Man, you buy an island, you good, bro.
come on, my G.
I don't know about
it,
that.
man.
I don't know
That's
about
it.
buying an island.
I've definitely taken some expensive trips.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then, I mean, how many trips can you go on though? I mean, you travel the entire world. You could knock that out in a year.
Shit, me, no,
Travel
you
the
can't.
entire world?
bro.
In a year? Yeah, you can,
Bruh.
I mean, you can, but I mean, you gotta be. You're not gonna treat it like a regular vacation. Imagine we go there for like a week now, and then you come back home. I mean, if you travel, you have nothing to worry about. You stay there like a month, 2 months. You know, enjoy
Exactly.
it, learn. You know, live the experience, whatever. That's what you do with that kind of money. You ain't gonna go there just express, get your ass in and get out. No, you're gonna go there and explore, live, learn, all that.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because now you're different. Now you're different type of money.
Yeah. You
Different
damn
type
so
of money,
different,
bro.
You damn so
Type of
different.
money. You know, because when we go on vacations now, we're on a budget. Hey,
True. That is true.
Don't go over the budget now. Yeah, stay behind.
Oh my goodness. So it's crazy. I got to give a shout out to Mark One Production, man, for hooking this up. Shout out to Paco. Shout out to Gordie. This is definitely the original OGs of Wild 98.7.
Yes, sir.
So many stories that we can share with you guys, but it's crazy because this whole podcast is about nightlife, hospitality, you know what I'm saying, and just, lifestyle.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about me doing this podcast, and I'm glad that I did my first one with you guys because y'all my boys until I die. But being that we're talking about the nightlife and the hospitality restaurants, Gordie, I know you're very picky about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Paco, me and you both know this off the
Oh
rip.
yeah, for real. Listen, I don't know when I was at the radio station, it was me and Gordie, and me and Gordie kicked it out, like brothers, until
Right.
to this day. But God damn, this guy, bro. Sometimes you just want to kick him, like, bro, God, stop, shit.
Like customer service, y'all don't understand,
man.
When it comes to customer service with Gordie when it's at a restaurant, listen, I don't get me wrong, I've learned from you in my own experience, but Gordie can be very detailed.
Oh, absolutely.
So with that being said, like when you go into a restaurant, what is a turn on and a turn off?
I would say a turn on for me is a waiter or waitress that pays attention to your needs. Like when you see my glass getting halfway,
Right.
You automatically, I don't have to sit here and wonder, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that waitress? Fuck y'all, go ahead. Like that for me. I like that. I like that attention to detail. You see, I don't have to keep continuing to ask you for stuff.
Right.
I think a turnoff is, a turnoff would be somebody that just didn't pay attention. That just, I'm not a priority.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. And I'm kind of with him a little bit, not so much, like, hey, you see my glass half full, come and fill it up. No, my thing is, pay attention to me. You know what I mean? Hey, at least say, hey, I'll be right back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or come back around, like every 5 minutes or whatever. Don't bring me the food and then come back at the end. I'm like, what if I need, like sometimes I'm like, hello, can I get like a refill? Can I get hot sauce or whatever it is? That's something that I look for. And if not, let me tell you, there's sometimes like I literally walked out my whole family with the food there because, bro, I mean, the food first of all sometimes comes out cold, and then that lady just
I was just about to
drops
go
it
there.
off,
Yes.
drops it off, doesn't come back, doesn't check if we have silverware, water or drinks or whatever. And then I was like, I walked out a couple of restaurants out of that, man.
Well, I went to a restaurant one time, right, and we were eating, and I was probably halfway done, and the waiter came over. I was like, hey, can I get some bottled water? So I'm done with the food. We're all done.
No water.
No water. The check comes from a different waiter. I'm like, what the fuck are you going? Did you go make the water? Like what river? Yeah, what river are you at to where this water is taking this long? And then when we get ready to leave, he comes over. Oh, I'm so.
It's too late now.
Yeah, dog.
Take it back. No, I don't want it. What about those restaurants that smell like musky? You know what I mean? When you
Oh yeah, that was
yeah,
stench to it.
Like the nasty water, like mop water. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Oh, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you doing?
I can't do it.
Do you not want the business? I mean, do you not smell it? You know what I mean? Those people, I mean, they just don't want it, I guess. And there's a lot of them, bro.
They don't care.
I just turn around right there. Let's go.
I think for me, experience-wise, like you had hit something when it comes to the food, and it's just like, is it either the service or is it the food?
It's the service most of the time, bro. Well, unless, I mean, it's gonna be the service because if your food comes out cold, whose fault is that?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
your server. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The food can be good as hell, But once, because you're expecting your food to be at least kind of warm or, hot, whatever it is, and then they bring it to you and it's cold. When you bite into the piece of meatloaf and it's cold in the middle, it ain't the same. You know what I mean? So it just falls back into the service.
Yeah, but you got to think the service can be good, and then once you get the food, like you just said, it's cold. I ain't gonna lie. There's been times where I'm like, yo, y'all got to take this back, because first of all, it took forever for the food to get to the table, and if it took too long, that means it's not even cold. It just I don't want no fucking warm food. I can do that in my goddamn own house.
True.
Give me a hot plate, motherfucker.
Exactly. Yep.
I want that cold shit. But I'll complain. I'm not a complainer neither. I'm not a complainer, but it's like,
I'm not a
but the thing is like.
Gordie is. I'm not. Gordie,
I'm a complaint.
He will call.
Can I get your manager?
He will call your manager.
Can I get your manager, please?
Yep. I see you do it.
Why you gotta take it there, bro?
I'm saying it's your job. You're providing a service, and if you're not doing your job, then somebody should know that. It's like an ongoing progress report.
So okay, then I'm gonna show this. How long are you waiting before a service come to your table before you walk out? And I know I've done this a few times.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna say 10 minutes at the most.
Yeah.
10 minutes the most. Five. I'm like this. I'm 1 foot in.
Yeah.
1 foot out. At 5. If nobody,
I would say that.
When nobody even comes and says hi, or I'll be right there with you or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I'm like this, bro. I'm ready to go. Like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I'm telling my family, hey, get ready to go.
Yep. I'm the same way.
Ready to go.
I'm the same way.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, damn, we're hot. It's hot out there. I want some cold water at least. I mean, tell me something. Tell me you got me. Tell me you're coming back. Something. Nobody comes around. Shoot.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen. What do you think about the Italian restaurant on Northdale Mabry in Carewood? What the owner came out and told that lady to shut her baby up. You guys didn't hear about that story?
No.
When was this?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hear about it.
So it's an Italian restaurant. I forgot the name of it. It's in Carewood up there in Northdale Mabry. There was this family, and this lady had a baby. And the baby was just being like a little crying, talking, screaming, whatever. And some of the people next door to the table said to her, "Hey, can you, calm your baby down a little bit, blah blah blah." She's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, whatever." I guess it kept going for a little while. The owner comes out and says, "Can you shut your baby up or get the hell out of my restaurant? Get those people out of the restaurant."
What?
Yep. Hey, man, I wish I had the story in front of me.
No.
You gotta look it up. That owner came and can you?
I am.
I think he cursed too, because I think he was saying that he cursed. Shut your freaking baby.
But you gotta think though, bro. We've all been in this situation. I understand you got a baby. I get it. But if the baby's steady crying, go outside.
Yeah.
True. Go outside until
That's
the baby
what I don't
calms
understand.
down.
That's what I don't
You're
understand.
literally making my experience at this particular restaurant horrible because your baby's crying. I'm not on no goddamn airplane.
Yep.
Especially if 2 tables around you told you to calm your baby down the litter. You know what I mean? Then you're like, okay, let me take my baby outside, until he comes down. But then the owner had to come up and say, hey, you and your baby, get the fuck out of my restaurant right now.
Jesus Christ. You know what? I have to salute his ass. Listen, if I remember, I'm going to shout this restaurant out and I'm going to make sure you make the mention about it. Because the thing is, everybody go to a restaurant for an experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From the waiter, waitress to the food. It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
And if I don't get that experience, I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
Remember when we threw cats out of the building?
Yep.
That was another one.
Yep. That was another one.
That one.
And that was Flan Brian.
Yeah.
That was Flan Brian, Corey, Gordie, and me.
Did they hit the news, I think?
That did. That did. Because the SPCA or one of them. Yeah.
We had SPCA,
PETA.
fire department, police,
Yep.
sheriffs, ambulance, everybody.
Yep,
And
we sure did.
There was one lady crying about to die. Oh.
Yep.
I'm telling you that.
We sure did.
That was radio. Radio was beautiful. Radio was
I'm
beautiful.
surprised we made it as long as we did with some of the stuff we did. Because, I mean, damn.
Like I said, there's definitely going to be another part 2 for this. Because there's some definitely other stories that we can definitely share. And I'm just going to mention this one thing. Paco sold me a car. I'm done. I'm done.
Yes, sir.
Not going to say nothing else. I'm going to dead it at that, man. What's good? Welcome to the first episode of Buck With Me show with my brothers Paco and Gordie. if you guys been wondering like where they been, they still here in Tampa doing their thing, man. It's a beautiful situation that's happening right now, so we appreciate everybody who's checking out this show right now, and there's more to come. And like I said, this is the first one, and I did it with my boys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on the gram. Gordie, you still do yours?
I still Gordie Jams. Gordie Jams, still there.
It's Paco. Just look me on the Paco.
Are you even doing anything with it?
No, I don't.
No,
I was just about to say.
hell no.
I don't, man. I don't do anything.
We gonna mute there. We just
Hey, but I do want to say though, congratulations on this. I hope this
definitely.
I appreciate
big
it.
things right here, which I'm sure it will. So congratulations again.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
appreciate
thank you.
Appreciate it.
If y'all ever need some roofing, go ahead and hit it, Paco.
Yes, sir.
Paco's doing roofing now. There's so much like I said we didn't touch into.
Oh, like you know what? Somebody told me the other day. Somebody came up to me joking and said, "I thought you weren't that type of Mexican." I looked at that motherfucker. I'm like, "What the fuck did you come from?"
That was Paco's catchphrase back in the day.
Oh, bro, he tapped me on my shoulder like he knew me. He's like, "I thought you weren't that type of Mexican." I'm like,
Oh my God.
We'll have to tell y'all a story behind that later on.
I got Mexican hands now. Tell you what.
Man. Man, you got me hot with that one right there. God,
we'll leave you with that one.
Yes.
Golly.
Oh man.